And what's good, everybody? Welcome back in here to Behind the Arc Basketball. Just covered up the first game of the Champions Classic, covering Kansas versus Michigan State. Final score was 87-74, and here we go. Second game on tap, the big one tonight. Number 10 ranked Kentucky taking on number 9 Duke. We got that poll put out there for you guys to make sure to vote throughout the night. Who do you got? Make sure to hit me up in the chat as well. If you guys are new in the stream, spike that thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe, covering play-by-play basketball action here. Vegas, what's good? Glad to have you back in. Kevin, welcome in, man. Glad to have you back on the stream. So sorry to hear that, dude. It's crazy. I was looking at that score. I could not believe what I saw there. The Citadel, who won 6 games 2 seasons ago. They have multiple seasons that they have 13 wins or less in every single season since 2009 or 2010 in a knocked off Pitt. Like, gee. Cal lost today against UC San Diego, who's a new team to Division I. And I'll go through the scoreboard throughout and see if there's any like teams in here, power conference teams that's on upset alert throughout the night. I know my team, Providence, was having a back-and-forth matchup against Fairfield for a lot of that time earlier today. So we'll keep you guys posted about what's going on. I see Minnesota is having a close game, and Nebraska is having a close game too with Western Illinois. What's good, Deanna? Welcome back to the stream. Michael, welcome in here, man. Once again for this one. Going to be a fun night tonight between these two teams, but yeah, this should be a great game. I'm interested to see what goes down here. Kentucky adding in so many scores in the offseason that they have. This is a whole new look Kentucky team built of experience, is which they did not have last year, as they brought in the number 1 ranked recruiting class. Basically was a bunch of freshmen in the starting group last season, but this starting 5, it's going to be experience, upperclassmen inside the starting unit. They get as their point guard Sahvir Wheeler from Georgia, who ranked top 5 last season in assists per game, scored around 14 points per game last season at Georgia. They get a 5th-year senior with Kellen Grady, who played 4 seasons of college basketball at Davidson, who averaged over 17 points throughout his career. CJ Frederick, 2 seasons at Iowa, a 2-year starter, shot the ball at over 46% from three-point range at his career, as he adds in perimeter shooting, something they didn't have last season that they struggled with, also with Sahvir Wheeler's passing, which they were in the bottom portion of college basketball in assists per game. And then also in the front court, Kentucky adding in Oscar Tshiebwe, who, as a freshman, only averaged around 23 minutes per game, but averaged almost a double-double of just over 11 points per game and over 9 rebounds per game 2 seasons ago at West Virginia. So 4 key transfers picked up in the offseason for Kentucky. And then they also added in 2 5-star recruits, Ty Washington, a point guard, number 14 ranked recruit, 5-star power forward, Damian Collins, number 15 ranked recruit, and then a 4-star power forward with Bryce Hopkins. And then they got 2 key returners back to the roster, Davion Mintz, their point guard, leading scorer and leading passer from last season, and then Keon Brooks Jr., who played half of the games last season, as he was injured for the first portion of the season, but he was the leading rebounder last season. So this is a whole new look Kentucky team. Last season for Big Blue Nation, definitely one to forget, and I think this year they're going to have a really strong season coming up, and I cannot wait to see what happens tonight, because they have a whole lot of offense written in this lineup chart that I have right here for Kentucky, and they're going up against a really solid defense of Duke. This team is all defenders on this Duke roster. Back for his 3rd season, Wendell Moore Jr. for Duke. And also Jeremy Roach is back for his sophomore season. Mark Williams, a name to know here. He averaged 17.5 points per game through the final 4 games of the season last year. He has some big games down the stretch, including career highs, 23 points, 19 rebounds in the last ACC tournament game that Duke played in against Louisville. And also going to add in top 5 recruiting class, name to know, Paulo Banchero, 5-star number 2 recruit, power forward And he is the name to know. Also, they get a 5-star with A.J. Griffin at small forward, and then another 5-star shooting guard with Trevor Keels, and then a 4-star with Jalen Blakes. This ought to be a great one tonight. They also do get via transfer Theo John, 4 seasons spent at Marquette. This ought to be a good one tonight here. Yusuf on the stream. Welcome in. Glad to have you back on the channel. Let's go. If you guys are new in the channel here, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. I'm going to dig into the scores right now. So we've yet to tip off. I think we're a little bit delayed right now currently. So we'll tip off in a little bit. Not sure when. If I receive any note, I'll let you guys know. But out of the ordinary, upset alert, power conference teams losing to mid-majors look like this. Western Illinois leading Nebraska 65-63 with under 6 minutes left to play. Minnesota barely squeaking by UMKC. 7 minutes left to go, though. Minnesota by 2, 54-52. So we will keep you posted in these games. Potential teams going on upset alert. I'm going to see if I can get that Houston score and see what's going on, because Houston was having a whole ton of trouble early on against Hofstra. Louisville struggling against Southern from the SWAC, 20-17. Southern up by 3 against Louisville with 8 minutes left to go in the first. Xavier's in a tight game against Niagara, 61-57. They were one of my sleeper teams for the season, believe it or not, for Xavier. That's disappointing right there. That's a close game, 4-point game with 15 seconds left to play almost. Oh, we have upset alert right now. So Georgia Tech is trailing against Miami of Ohio, 70-69, 12 seconds remaining. So here's a couple of teams on upset alert. Virginia is trailing against Navy, 37-31. Navy the favorite in the Patriot League. We will keep you posted. UAB putting up a 100 spot against UNC Asheville, 102-77 final minute as UAB has a big lead. Welcome in Michael on the stream. Arkansas pulling away against Mercer. I updated that one during the last game, and they were struggling. They were trailing in that first half. And then Houston is still down against Hofstra, 62-51. Gonzaga up to a quick start, 25-9 all over Dixie State. What's good, Diamond McCrab on the stream? Welcome in once again, man. Should be a fun night here. Basketball action getting going in a little bit. Glad to have you guys in the channel once again tonight. So many games going on for college basketball. Blowouts of the night. St. John's crushing Mississippi Valley State 103-43. Gonzaga over Dixie State 25-9. Creighton has finally resurrected themselves. They lead against Arkansas Pine Bluff 72-60. For a while, Creighton was trailing in that game for a while. LSU is destroying Louisiana Monroe. 88-31 is the score there. Oklahoma State's destroying UT Arlington, a team that they had trouble with last season in their season opener. 74-33 Oklahoma State. That could be a sleeper team throughout the season. That's one to monitor. USC looks really good. USC last year in the tournament, that tournament run, not only the Mobley brothers did it, but the transfers that they had going into the offseason that rose to the occasion during the NCAA tournament to that Elite 8 run for USC, they're looking good against Cal State Northridge right now, 45-17 USC. In Virginia Tech pounding Maine, expected there, 75-41. Virginia Tech. But those are basically like the blowout games currently. Final score alert. Miami, Ohio 72, Georgia Tech 69. Another power conference team has gone down. So I believe that's 3. Cal, Pitt, and Georgia Tech, if I'm not mistaken. Georgia Tech last year lost in their season opener as well. All right, we're going to get rolling action here in just a couple moments. If you guys are doing the stream, hit that thumbs up, spike that like, hit that subscribe. Thanks so much all for watching tonight, being a part here on the channel, patiently waiting. 1,170 wins for Coach K in his farewell season. 5 national titles, 12 Final Fours, 97 NCAA tournament wins, the most out of any head coach all time. Starting off his final season tonight for Coach K, for the Duke Blue Devils. Kentucky, a whole look Blue Devils squad. Veteran players via transfer. 4 key transfers in the offseason for Big Blue Nation. Xavier Wheeler comes over from Georgia. CJ Frederick from Iowa. Kellen Grady, a 4-year starter at Davidson. And then Oscar Tshiebwe for West Virginia. Make sure to vote in that poll if you haven't already done so. Glad to have you join in, being a part here on the stream tonight for the play-by-play. Should be a fun one. Number 10, Kentucky versus number 9, Duke. Key name to know here for Duke, for a newcomer, Paolo Banchero. Number 2 overall prospect from the 247 recruiting rankings for Banchero. Power forward. Could be one of the top draft picks for the 2022 NBA draft. From Seattle, Washington. 6'10" power forward, and he can basically do everything for what I've heard. And he's got a pretty solid 3-point shot as well. Ty, welcome to the stream. Thanks so much for being back. Things going pretty well. Ty Washington, the big recruit to know, number 14 recruit. He's a point guard coming over for the Kentucky Wildcats. From Phoenix, Arizona. Warren, what's good? Glad to have you back at the channel. Yeah, I saw that Louisville is playing a tight game right now against Southern. Starting 5 looks like this tonight for Kentucky. Xavier Wheeler, Ty Washington, Kellen Grady, Keon Brooks Jr., and Oscar Tshiebwe. Starting 5 for the Duke Blue Devils, Trevor Keels. He's also a 5-star recruit, along with Paolo Banchero. Jeremy Roach is back, Wendell Moore back for year number 3, and Mark Williams is back for his 2nd season at the 5 for Duke. Louisville's tied up 25-25 against Southern, with around 4 minutes left to go in the first half. So Duke will be going with a white uniform tonight, blue numbers, blue letters for today's matchup. This game is a little bit beyond time because we ended around 9:15 for the last game between Kansas and Michigan State. So it went past 9 o'clock time. Kentucky with the blue uniforms, white numbers, white letters. This ought to be a fun night. Glad to see fans are back in the stands once again. Champions Classic, Madison Square Garden, New York City for this matchup. The nightcap to an incredible night of college basketball. Brad Stevens, president of basketball operations for the Celtics. He is in attendance tonight out in the stands of MSG. Head coach Tom Thibodeau for the Knicks. He is also out there as well. Courtside row seats. Obi Toppin, 2020 National Player of the Year. New York Knick. Jacob Toppin's brother. That's right, Jacob Toppin. Former URI Ram, now plays for Big Blue Nation for Kentucky, as his brother Obi supporting Jacob here at the game today. Should be a fun one. So we're about to get rolling here in just a moment. If you guys are new, hit that thumbs up, spike that like, hit that subscribe. Left to right will go Kentucky. Right to left for Duke. Shibwe and Williams will go up for the tip here in the Champions Classic nightcap. Number 10 ranked Kentucky versus number 9 Duke, and the Blue Devils control the tip first. Roach gives it out to the right wing perimeter. To the top of the key, they have it with Bonchero. Number 2 recruit, driving, no good off the glass, tipped off the back rim. No good by Keels, and it goes to Kentucky for the first rebound. To the left wing, they will turn the corner. Floats one up, off the back iron, no good by Keon Brooks Jr. Offensive rebound, Shibwe. Turnaround jumper to Key, missed it, no good. And defensive rebound picked up by Duke. They're going to push tempo early with Moore. Moore, Euro step down the lane, stripped to the basketball. Kentucky has it. 40 seconds through. Here they go for Big Blue attacking, trying to draw the contact. They couldn't. Miss the layup is Wheeler. 2-on-1 fast break. Duke. Head full of steam. Layup is good. Up and in off the glass. Number 0, Wendell Moore Jr. First bucket. Trevor Keels credited for his first career assist of his collegiate level basketball playing. 1 minute through. Duke with the first basket by Wendell Moore Jr. Top of the key. Kentucky with the ball. Right elbow pump fake, tie Washington. Slides it over to Brooks. Keon Brooks Jr., 5 on the shot clock towards his lefty dribbles. Top of the free throw circle, he is guarded. Washington, fade away. Off the back rim, misses, tipped off the glass, offensive rebound. Puts it up, and it gets blocked from the side out of bounds. And it's last touch by Duke. Mark Williams making an impact right there. Big shot blocker from last season. Really came on strong in the last 4 games of the season. Comes out with a big denial on Shibwe underneath. There will be Kentucky ball. 18:34 left to go in the first. Inbound around the perimeter. Brooks bounce pass. They slide it over left wing perimeter to tie Washington. 10 on the shot clock. Washington dribbles. Floats up a runner. And there's contact here with a foul picked up by the Blue Devils. Clock will stop with 18:24. First personal foul of the game is charged to Trevor Keels. What's good, Vaughn? Welcome on the stream once again. Jacob Toppin is his name. Yeah, he used to play for URI before he transferred to Kentucky. 2 shots here at the line. First one is good by Ty Washington as he earns his first point of his collegiate career. Number 14 draft prospect. Washington's second free throw skipped around the rim. Defensive rebound to Bonchero. They will push it up the court for Duke. Right baseline dribble and cashes it home. That is Trevor Keels. Freshman 5-star top 25 recruit for the bucket. 6'4" freshman from Clinton, Maryland. 2 minutes through. At the right corner perimeter, Washington. Washington gives it out top of the key. It's Wheeler. Severe Wheeler spin move. Now he takes it inside, dump off. Underneath Shibwe, puts it up and in over Williams off the glass, and it's good. Huh. Yeah, that's odd. A bunch of people wanted to watch this stream for some reason. I don't know why the notification gets blocked from time to time. That's a big block underneath by Keon Brooks Jr. Pushing it on the break. It's Washington. To the outside, Brooks settles for a jumper. He travels with it, though. Turnover by Kentucky. 17.5 left to go in the first. Jumper, free throw circle. That goes down. That's Bonchero. Gilly Illy, welcome to the stream. Thanks so much, man, for being a part of the channel. Kentucky has possession. They give it out top of the free throw circle. Shibwe hands it off around the perimeter. 3, that's good. Severe Wheeler splash from the top of the key. And then Duke lost the handle as it goes out of bounds. Turnover. 3 minutes through, 17 minutes left to go in the first. Kentucky will have the ball here in a tie game up at 6. Moving towards his left, Wheeler. He attacks down the lane. And it's going to be a kicked ball violation picked up by Moore. So it will stay Kentucky ball. Checking into the game for the first time today for Duke. This is number 13, Joey Baker. Ball inbounded around the perimeter. It's Wheeler. They give it out to the left wing perimeter. Jab stepping outside Washington. He attacks Euro step. Moves it over to the top of the key. Baker slides it over to Wheeler. Wheeler, 5 in the shot clock, moves it outside to the top. Washington dribbles. Jumper. 18-footer off the mark. Tipped around. And the battle for the rebound goes to the corner. Last touch by Shibwe and out of bounds. It will be Blue Devils basketball with 16:25 in the first. Slow start to this one. Both of these teams want to push it up the court. Last game it was more, both of the teams were slow tempo to begin with it. At the left wing, Roach gives it out top of the key. Theo John, 4-year player. Marquette into the game first time today. Roach dump off John. Tried to throw down the dunk. He gets fouled. 2 shots heading to the free throw line for Theo John. Clock will stop with 16:05. And it's a blocking foul picked up on Shibwe. What's good, Jason on the stream? Welcome in, my man. Pumped up for this one. I like the new look for the Big Blue tonight. Theo John shooting 2 for Duke. First free throw, no good. Off the rim and out. Oh, wow, Louisville extending it. Yeah, they were struggling against Southern. So now they've extended it. By the way, Houston, with 3 minutes left to go, is still trailing 66-62 against Hofstra. Second shot's good at the line by John. Duke by 1, 7-6. And Virginia is trailing against Navy, who enters the season as the Patriot League favorite, 42-35 at the end of the first half. Jumper, top of the free throw circle. Hit the front rim, missed by Washington. Offensive rebound underneath. They give it out corner to the wing. 3 ball in the air towards his left. Off back rim, no good by Kellen Grady. Transfer from Davison, 4-year player for the Wildcats. Duke comes out with a rebound by Bonchero. Bonchero, spin move. Underneath, contacted and fouled. And 2 shots coming up at the line. Paulo Bonchero. What a start to this game for him. 2 points, 2 rebounds. Heading to the charity stripe for the first time. And it was a tough jumper he had, too. It was around the free throw circle contested. So we take a timeout. 2 shots coming up at the line right after the timeout by Bonchero for Duke. Obi Toppin, the one who picked up the blocking foul. Alright, if you guys are new in the stream, hit that thumbs up, spike that like, hit that subscribe. Thanks so much for joining us right now on the channel. Lorenzo, what's good? Welcome on the stream here, bud. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see through the process of I I bet Shire's gonna work more like exclusively with Coach K, since they're gonna do a transition over to him as head coach for next year. All right now, quick updates, scoreboard updates throughout college basketball. Upset alert looks like this. Hofstra leading Houston, minute and a half left to go. 69 Hofstra, 66 Houston. Virginia trailing at halftime against Navy, 42-35. Other than that, top 25 looks like this. Gonzaga up against Dixie State, 40-25. Texas leading Houston Baptist 35-21. Illinois, no problem with Jackson State tonight, 62-38. Memphis all over Tennessee Tech in the final minute, 85-69. And Alabama up against Louisiana Tech, 48-31. That's a tough non-conference game right there to begin with. Whereas a lot of the other teams for their non-conference games gets teams that's probably not going to contend for their conference title. Alabama, ranked at number 14, gets Louisiana Tech, who should be able to be one of the top teams for their conference. I think they went to the NIT last season, and they had a deep run in the NIT for Louisiana Tech. And then, how about for blowout games here? St. John's over Mississippi Valley State, 119-61. Last year, Arkansas put up 132 on them. Creighton right now is surviving a scare against Arkansas Pine Bluff, 81-70. LSU is destroying Louisiana Monroe, final minute, 101-37. And Nebraska is barely holding on against Western Illinois, 72-69. USC looks good, 52-19 USC over Cal State Northridge right now. That's impressive. Slot King in the stream, welcome in. Yeah, so Baylor lost a lot in the offseason. They lost their top 3 scorers. They still got, it's basically still going to be the guards that's going to be the big key to their success this season, because they still have perimeter firepower. They have their 2 6-man off the bench who's going to be brought in as their starters. And they also got James Akinjo, really good pickup from Arizona. Top scorer from Arizona last season. So Banchero at the free throw line shooting 2. First one through, second one's good as well. And Paulo Banchero up to 4 points now, as Duke is up 9-6. Paul on the stream, welcome in once again. 15.5 left to go in the first. Top of the key, Kentucky has the ball. Dribbles to the left wing, Wheeler slides it over to Toppin, turns the corner, attacks in the key, gives it outside, into the hands to Washington, attacks down the lane, underneath the hoop, kick out to the right corner, Wheeler, dribbles, dump off, floater, Toppin, got it, that's good. Right down the pipe for Obi Toppin's younger brother, Jacob, 1-point game. 15 minutes left to go in the first. Backing his way. Top of the key, Theo John moved it over to Banchero. Now at the right wing perimeter, it's Roach. Roach takes it inside with a left hand, too tall off the glass. Defensive rebound picked up by Toppin. Kentucky with a possession, under 15 minutes left to go in the first. They turn the corner drive, bounce pass off to the trail, miss the slam dunk. They get it back though with Shibwe. To the right wing, deflected out of bounds into the crowd, and it will stay. Wildcats ball. Oscar Shibwe wide open, missed the dunk underneath. I took Kansas in that game. I predicted Kansas by 6 in that game. Shibwe already with 4 boards. Didn't play much of last season as he transferred at the beginning of the season while at West Virginia. Shibwe will head towards the bench right now. Number 4, Damian Collins, 5-star freshman, power forward, number 15 ranked recruit, enters in the game in place of Shibwe. Also, Davion Mintz coming into the game, leading scorer for his first minutes tonight. .39 left to go in the first. And Kentucky gets the inbound. Ball into the hands to Wheeler. Wheeler, Toppin, Ty Washington, Collins, and Mintz. That's the 5 in the court for Kentucky. Dribbling at the free throw circle. Jumper off the back rim. Missed, no good by Washington. Defensive rebound picked up by Duke. They give it over cross court. Banchero, nice find to the right wing. Missed the 3 by Keels. And then they are able to get the putback up and in. That is good underneath. That is Wendell Moore. 14 minutes left to go in the first. Underneath, a little bit of pushing and shoving. Mark Williams comes out with a defensive rebound off the Kentucky miss. Duke has it. Roach at the left wing perimeter. Roach defended by Mintz. Gives it over left baseline, forcing a double team Banchero. Banchero slides it over right wing. Pump fake. Almost lost the handle. Poked loose of the bounds, and it will stay Duke basketball. I believe it's going to be tomorrow, Lorenzo. Pistons against Rockets. I might cover Heat Lakers. It depends. Because it depends how late this goes up to tonight and how I feel tomorrow. I did take Thursday. I do have Thursday off of work. I took off, though. I'm supposed to cover for an NCAA tournament game for volleyball on Saturday and Sunday. So I got a lot of prep ahead of me that I'm going to do on Thursday. Jazzy, welcome to the stream. Wow, Houston down the whole game, basically, against Hofstra. Inbound for Duke, and that is good. Count it. And one heading to the free throw line to get fouled as well. So it is Trevor Keels who got the inbound and put it up and through. He's going to shoot one at the line. Wow, that is by far unbelievable that Houston is going to head into overtime against Hofstra. This is a Hofstra team that was really good 2 seasons ago. Missed free throw by Keels. Jumper to free throw circle. No good off the mark by Mintz. Tipped off the glass and defensive rebound picked up again by Mark Williams. Mark Williams so far, he's got a rebound in this game. He's also got a block. As Duke misses a shot up the court, Toppin with a defensive rebound. Driving. Left hand scores up and through. Severe Wheeler for 2. I've got Kentucky by 3. 72-69. Yes, this is the start of the regular season for college basketball. Open 3. Too easy for Banchero, but he missed it. That was a terrific look right there. Nobody on him straight away. Attacking with right baseline. Kick out to the corner. Washington over for Mintz, who sinks the 3. That's good. 13 even. Nice ball movement right there. Ty dribbling right baseline. Kicked it out to the left corner where Mintz took the 3 and knocked it down. Davion Mintz tied with the top scorer from last season. Just over 10 points per game. Here's a little runner. That's good for a tip-in. A little bit of help right there by Mark Williams underneath for 2. 12:20 left to go in the first. Kentucky has it in a back-and-forth start to this one. Washington. Seeing a lot of action with the basketball. Gives it out to Wheeler. Wheeler drives down the lane. Stripped out of bounds. And it will stay Kentucky ball. Yeah, no shock there. Maine's one of the bottom teams in all D1 basketball. So yeah, it didn't shock me that Goodies team Virginia Tech just destroyed them today. Yeah, Houston lost Quentin Grimes and Dejan Giroux. They're 2 key players, but they should have enough in there to still be like a top... I thought they'd still be a top 25 team, enough in there to do that. That's stunning. So a team to pay attention to would be Hofstra. And then also, from today's performance, it's either Ohio State's not as great as advertised, as that's up and good, Shibwe with a putback for 2, or it's either Akron is pretty good. So we'll figure that out throughout the course of the season, because last year we saw that Ohio, with Jason Preston, took Illinois down to the wire, and that was after Illinois was destroying teams for the first month. 11.5 left to go in the first. Underneath with a big throwdown right there by Banchero. Kentucky has the ball. Inside the key, Mintz passes back out to Toppin. They move the ball to the top, slides it over to Mintz to the right wing. Bounce pass right baseline. Underneath, though, he just gave it away. Oscar Shibwe passed it to the wrong player underneath his own hoop. Turnover, Kentucky. Banchero dribbles towards his right. Defended by Toppin, dribbles back out to the Madison Square M. Gives it out to the edge of the logo. Duke slows it down 15 on the shot clock, 11 minutes left to go in the first. Dribbles up. It is Roach who puts up the shot off the back rim. No good the first time. The second time, though, Mark Williams tips it up and through. 7-foot big, second season for Mark Williams. And I think he's going to have a massive year this year. He's got 4 points and 4 rebounds. And also a block shot. Coming in strong last 4 games of the season, putting up 17.5 points per game. That's a kick-out three. That's good. Kellen Grady knocks down the three for Kentucky. 4 seasons spent at Davidson, averaged over 17 points per game through his 4 seasons. He has already scored 2,000 plus throughout his career for Kellen Grady. What a pickup in the offseason for Big Blue. Sinks down his first shot of the game. He's got 3 in 7 minutes and a timeout taken on the floor. As we'll go to the media timeout. 10:22 left to go in the first. Back and forth, back and forth. This should be a great one tonight. As we'll take the timeout. What's good? Jay in the stream, welcome in. Glad to have you guys in the channel. If you're new in the stream, hit that thumbs up, spike that like, hit that subscribe. Also put in the poll, as it's really close right now, who you got tonight, Kentucky or Duke in this one. We'll go through a scoreboard update currently of what's going on throughout college basketball. Houston in overtime versus Hofstra, 72-69. Navy leading Virginia early second half, 42-37. Iowa State having some trouble with Kennesaw State. They just hit a 3, though, 73-62, so it's more comfortable right now for them. Nebraska is about to choke. Western Illinois leads, 4 seconds left to play, 75-74 over Nebraska. Texas Tech will close it out against North Florida, 89-74. Final minute. Louisville up at halftime by 2, 33-31 over Southern from the SWAC. USC, impressive. The Trojans right now up against Cal State Northridge, 62-27. And then the 10 o'clock hour games just started with a couple of them. Iowa taking on Longwood and Colorado taking on Montana State for a couple of those games. Creighton dug themselves out of a hole. They're going to win against Arkansas Pine Bluff, 90-77 in the final minute. Illinois just won over Jackson State, 71-47. And Alabama at halftime up by 17 over Louisiana Tech, 48-31. Gonzaga crushing Dixie State, 45-28. So those are some of the updates right now currently. Okay, so the Fort Power Conference team has fallen victim to a mid-major today. Western Illinois, 75-74 over Nebraska. Thanks so much for the update there, Vegas. So that is Cal, Pitt, Georgia Tech, and now Nebraska. So those are 4 Power Conference teams who has lost in night 1. Mark Williams, 4 points, 4 rebounds. Banchero leads the way for Duke. He's got 6. Back from the timeout. Has played the most minutes. He's played 10 minutes so far the entire game to start things off through the first 10. And then, yeah, Oscar Shibwe's got 6 rebounds to start things off. And 4 points. Top scorer is Xavier Wheeler with 5 points. Kentucky with 6 separate scores. Duke with 5 separate scores. We get back to action. A jumper taken for a deep 2 jumper. That's good by Wendell Moore coming out of the timeout. Kentucky slows down the ball midway through the first. Wheeler dribbles at the right wing. He's defended by Roach. Gives it out top of the key, Brooks. Keon Brooks Jr. slides it over into the hands to Grady. Grady defended by Moore. Gives it out left wing perimeter. Left baseline dribble underneath Wheeler. Puts up the layup, and that will be... That went through, but the foul was committed by Duke before in a reach-in, so it won't count. So the tally right now is up to 4 power conference teams losing today. And then also it would add in another team if Houston does lose in overtime against Hofstra. That would add in another team there, though. Though the American is like a back and forth. It's like right between a power conference and a mid-major. I guess it would be like major, how you have high major, I guess is the terminology, and then major. They could just put that one underneath the hoop. No good for Kentucky. Tough defense inside by Duke. At the right wing perimeter, it's Roach. He moves it out to the top. They give it outside to Keels. Turns the corner. Moves it over to the right wing. Roach with 12 on the shot clock. Moves over to Baker. Tries to turn the corner here inside to keep Baker swarmed. Floats one up off the left side of the backboard. And it will be an over-the-back call committed by Baker of Duke. 9 minutes left to go in the first. Kentucky will have the ball back. The Black Cat is Providence. That's what the team name is. The Providence Friars. Yeah, they get a lot to work on looking at the score of that game today. I think last year they destroyed Fairfield, and this year they barely snuck by. Kentucky has it top of the key. Ty Washington, 5-star freshman. Gives it over to the right wing. Bryce Hopkins, first time into the game. 4-star, power forward, top 40 recruit. Missed a shot. Offensive rebound, though, by Shibwe. That's number 7. Attacking. Down the lane with the right hand. Finishes. Ty Washington lays it up and in. Washington up to 3 now scoring. With 8.5 in the first. 8:20 approaching that mark for Duke as they have it moving around the perimeter. Bounce pass left corner Roach. Roach 10 on the shot clock. Moves it out to Moore. Takes a deep 2 jumper. Delivers. Contested by Grady. Wendell Moore up to 8 points for Duke. Top of the key 3. No good by Washington. Tipped out of bounds. It will stay. Kentucky ball. 7:53 left to go in the first. And looks like another media timeout taken here on the court. It's been a great one so far. Close, competitive. Largest lead has been 5 by the Duke offense. 13-8 has been the largest lead of the game. 23-20 it is right now as we take the timeout with 7:53 in the first. Steven, welcome back to the stream. Yeah, I saw that. I wasn't too high about Virginia to begin this season. They lost, I think, like 7 of their players in the offseason. So Virginia is down against Navy. 15 minutes left to go in the second half. And I think Navy was the top team out of the Patriot predicted for this season. That would be the biggest stunner of the night. Also going to have to monitor that Louisville Southern game. I can't believe Louisville's only up by 2 at halftime. Oh, here's an upset right here for you guys. I'm going to take Northern Illinois over Washington tonight. Washington's been pretty bad lately. After the team that they had with Matisse Thybulle 2 seasons ago, the season after, and then this last season. So that's 2 straight seasons. They've been pretty bad for Washington. Hey, thanks so much, Gilly. Appreciate it. Yeah, this has been terrific so far tonight. Dixie State making things interesting against Gonzaga. It's 47-35. And that's with about 16 minutes left remaining in the second half. So it's not like a blowout. Like we've seen Gonzaga before in their first round NCAA tournament game just destroy their opponents. It's only a 12-point game. To like the first 5 minutes in the second half. All right, so we're going to get back to action here. Kentucky will get the inbound underneath their hoop. Oscar Tshiebwe making a big impact. 8 rebounds already in this game. And 7 of those rebounds are offensive rebounds. 10 offensive rebounds by Kentucky to 4 by Duke. Kentucky plus 4 in the glass, 17-13. Duke's defense is suffocating, holding Kentucky to 31% shooting. Ooh, I'd probably take Pirates of the Caribbean there. Tshiebwe's going to take a seat on the bench, though. He just got called for the offensive fall off the inbounds. Duke has the ball, launching a 3 from the corner. Miss no good by Keel's defensive rebound, picked up by Wheeler, pushing tempo. They move it out to Grady. Grady slides it. At the top of the key, it's Wheeler. 7.5 left to go in the first. Wheeler dribbles down to the ground, lost the handle, gets it back, try to push it out. Ball's still on the ground, stolen away by John of Duke. Ball back on the ground at half court. Duke picks it up. 2-on-1 on the break as they will go. Lay it up and in. Jeremy Roach. That was basically one of those like war of attrition type of plays, just trying to survive to see who could pick up the ball on the ground, and Duke was the one for their team to do it right there, cashing it home for the layup for Roach with under 7 left to go. That's a big 3 right there. Severe Wheeler sinks it at the right wing. This is something they were missing throughout the entire season. Wheeler's perfect from the outside, 2 for 2. 4 made threes, 57% from the perimeter by Kentucky. Their threes are making them hang in this game. Approaching 6.5 left to go in the first. John around the perimeter, and a reach and fall committed by Wheeler. And the clock will stop. So big spark from the perimeter attack by Kentucky. Severe Wheeler, 2 threes, a 3 made by Mintz, and also Grady off the bench. At the free throw line, Duke in the bonus. Missing the free throw. Kentucky's up to 7 fouls. 2 of those by Tshiebwe, currently on the bench. He's got 7 offensive rebounds out of 8 total rebounds. Kentucky has the ball back. Number 55, Lance Ware, first minutes tonight. They try to float a pass to him off the fingertips, deflected last by Duke and out. It will stay Kentucky ball. 6:19 left to go in the first. Kentucky inbound underneath their hoop. Give it out to the corner. Fadeaway jumper. Over the rim. Missed by Mintz. And rebounded, picked up by Williams of Duke. Blue Devils take it up the court with Banchero. Slides it over to Roach. Dribbles left baseline. Ran on a real estate. Bodies collide. call on the ground. It's going to be offensive foul. Or no, they're going to say it's defensive. There was contact underneath the hoop. It's going to be... Yeah, it's on Toppin. So defensive foul there. It's going to be committed by Jacob Toppin. So they stay at the free throw circle on their side for Duke. Shooting 2 coming up, or shooting in the 1-and-1 bonus at the line. And missing the free throw off the back rim. That was Roach. And then off of a Kentucky rebound, we have a Duke foul picked up. And that's going to be number 5 as a team for Duke. Kentucky with 8 fouls. Mark Williams picks up his second personal foul. He'll take a seat on the bench. Kentucky with the ball, Wheeler. They bounce past it to Ware. The free throw circle had it poked from John. Gets it back, though, to the top off of a double team. Moves it outside of Mintz. Mintz gives it out around the perimeter, Wheeler. Wheeler driving. Moves it outside, catching fire 3. Brooks hit the rim short, snagged up on a defensive rebound. It's Roach for Duke. They push it up the court. Moore. Bounce pass behind to the top. Keels swings it out left wing perimeter. Moore gets around his defender. Bounce pass into Key in traffic. Stolen right back by Kentucky. Keon Brooks Jr., the one with a steal and a reach-in foul, picked up by Duke at half court. Team foul number 6 now for the Blue Devils. Clock will stop with 5:27 in the first. Yeah, good start right there for Dave's Roll Tide. That's actually a tough non-conference matchup. So a lot of these teams got put like easier teams from mid-majors, but Louisiana Tech, I think, made it to a deep run in the NIT last year. I think they were one of the favorites in their conference. Kentucky has it, turns the corner. Washington down the lane off of a double team. Missed the layup, and the putback no good either by Ware. Had a clear pathway. Duke now with the ball. Shake and bake. Bonchero will draw the contact and the foul. On the ground is Wheeler picking up. Or it's going to be Keon Brooks Jr., the one who picks up the blocking foul. And Paulo Bonchero will go to the line, shoot 2. Bonchero, 5-star freshman. Got himself currently 6 total points, shooting 2 at the line. First one good. Yeah, this is going to be a great game. Kentucky hanging in offensive rebounds and making threes. They are shooting a low percentage from the floor, 9 for 31. This defense for Duke, it's suffocating. Kentucky's on the scoring drive over the last 2 minutes. They've yet to score. Second shot sinks it by Bonchero. 5 minutes left to play in the first. Brooks has it at the right wing. Handoff to Ty Washington. Washington at the top. Gives it over left wing perimeter. Wheeler. Deep 2 jumper. Off the back. Board no good. Not a good look right there. And it goes to Duke for the defensive board. At the top. Almost lost it, but Roach has it. And then the referee's pointing. Okay, it's going to be a timeout taken by Duke. Duke will burn a timeout. 4:39 left to go in the first quarter. The Blue Devils lead by 4. Alright, so right now we're on a timeout. If you guys are new in the stream, hit that thumbs up, spike that like, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell as well. If you'd like to be notified here, future live streams, it'll be copyright, so you can't watch it due to copyright, so it's play-by-play only on the channel. Top scorers so far tonight. Paulo Bonchero, Wendell Moore Jr., both with 8 total points each. Wendell Moore, efficient from the floor, 4 for 4 shooting. Duke's yet to make a 3, though. They're 0 for 5 from the perimeter. Kentucky's 3 is hanging in the game with that. They're 50%, 4 for 8 from the perimeter. Xavier Wheeler's made 2 threes for Kentucky. He's the top scorer with 8 points. And then Oscar Tshiebwe's got 4 points along with 8 rebounds, but he's also in early foul trouble with 2 personal fouls. All right, so 4:39 left to go. Kentucky's been in a scoring drought of the last 2 minutes and 38 seconds. They've been taking a lot of tough contested jumpers deep and away from their own rim lately. Duke gets the inbound as we get back to action. Almost lost the handle as Roach gets it back. Roach flings it out to the top, Banchero. Top of the key, trying to find some space, working on Keon Brooks Jr. Dribbles up, takes the jumper. That's good. For the 17-footer straightaway by Banchero. Largest lead of the game right now for Duke by 6, 29-23. Kentucky looking for something on the board. Wheeler, who's made 2 threes, crossover, jumper, deep 2, got it. That's a big shot. Sahvir Wheeler, just in front of the 3-point arc, delivers for a deep 2. 4 minutes left to play in the first. He's the top scorer in double figures with 10. Banchero with 10 as well for Duke. Banchero, as he gets fouled at the right baseline, shooting 2 more at the free throw line. It's Keon Brooks Jr. who picks up the blocking foul. What a season this young man's going to have here with Paolo Banchero. Might be one of the top draft picks for the 2022 draft. All right, we're going to take another timeout here on the floor. Closing in on halftime coming up, but we still got 3 minutes and 54 seconds left to do so. Dakota, welcome to the stream. If you guys are new in the channel, hit that thumbs up, spike that like, hit that subscribe. Thanks so much for joining me tonight, being a part here on the channel. Also, let me know who you're rooting for tonight in this game. Make sure to fill out that poll if you guys haven't already done so. I'm from Massachusetts. See if we can get some more scores right now as Virginia's trailing against Navy 53-51 with about 11 and a half minutes left to go. Let's see if I can get that result on that Houston score against Hofstra as that game went into overtime. And Houston survives a scare in overtime, 83-75 over Hofstra. Top 25 action currently going on. Number one ranked Gonzaga up against Dixie State 60-39. Texas leading Houston Baptist 48-29. Alabama by 20 against Louisiana Tech 64-44. And then gonna see if there's any upset alert type of games here. Louisville's in a tight game against Southern 45-41. Louisville leading Southern. What's good, Braden on the stream? Welcome in. Yep, your Gators won today. 74-61, Florida over Elon. LSU destroyed Louisiana Monroe. Final score there was 101-39. So 4 power conference teams lost today against mid-majors. The first one being Cal losing to UC San Diego. And then Pitt lost versus the Citadel. And it wasn't even close. They lost by 15. Georgia Tech also lost their game today. And they lost against Miami, Ohio by 3. And then Nebraska was the last one to lose, and they lost against Western Illinois by 1. So back into action. Banchero at the free throw line sinks them both. And he's the top scorer in the game right now. Banchero with 12. Perfect 6 for 6 of the charity stripe. Kentucky with the ball. 3:45 left to go in the first. Dribbling at the top of the key, Washington slides over to Wheeler. Wheeler pro-hop free throw circle. Nice dump off underneath the hoop, and that is good. Jacob Toppin puts it through for 2. 3.5 left to go in the first. Yeah, so Kentucky's only going to the free throw line once, 1 for 2. And that's by Kellen Grady. Or Ty Washington's 1 for 2. I saw his 3-point stats. Grady's 1 for 2 from the perimeter. And then, yeah, Duke is 7 for 11 right now. Banchero's made 6 of those free throws. Perfect 6 for 6. Crossover. 3-point shot at the left wing. Got it. That's good. Theo John, 5th-year senior from Marquette, hits the 3. No, that's gonna be that's Trevor Keels right there. Yeah, both of them with the tie hair. John number 12, Keels number 1. Yeah, both of them got the tie hair. That is Keels who just hit the 3. So Keels is up to 7. And Grady with a 3 from the corner. He's got it. They're hanging in there in this game with 3s for Kentucky. That's 3-point shot number 5. 56% from the perimeter. Duke around the outside just turned it over. It's going to go back to Kentucky. 2:37 left to go. I'm going to take the Ravens there on Thursday Night Football. This past week, that was crazy with all the upsets that happened. Missed floater inside the paint by Wheeler. Duke has it with 2:20 left remaining in the first. Dribbling past half court is Keels, the ball handler. Keels attacking, swings it out to the corner. Catch and fire. Missed 3, no good by Jalen Breaks, 4-star recruits for Duke. Defensive board as they dribble up the court, contacted in the corner and down to the ground. And it was Wheeler who got knocked down as the game clock stops with 2:05. Oh, he got tripped up. That wasn't on purpose though. I think his ankle's just tied up right there with Wendell Moore right past half court out on transition. Yeah, the Bills losing against the Jaguars. That was crazy. 2 shots here at the line. First one good by Wheeler. Oh, yeah, I already got, that game has gone final. I already got, a notification I went through, and that game's gone final Vegas. So Houston has knocked off Hofstra in overtime, 83-75. Second free throw good. Yeah, for some reason, like, when it goes to the final second, sometimes they forget to update for some reason for a while. 2 minutes left to go in the first. Duke has the ball around the perimeter. Banchero, lob over the top looking for Williams. Off his fingertips, gets it, puts it up, and gets fouled. It's going to be on Lance Ware from behind, who contacts him, and Mark Williams will head to the free throw line. Great coordination underneath the hoop right there by Williams just to stay with that basketball. That ball was passed too tall by Banchero, just able to have the size advantage. Pass Washington at 6'3" and Ware at 6'9", and got followed by Ware from behind. So Mark Williams, 4.6 rebounds, shooting 2. First one misses off the back rim. Second shot's good by Mark Williams. Minute 44 left to go in the first. Kentucky making 5 threes as a team. Lights out from the perimeter. 2 threes each by Wheeler and Grady, the new transfers from Georgia and Davison, and then Mintz made a 3 as well. Shot underneath, missed by Kentucky. Duke with the ball. Minute and a half left to go in the first. They slow it down with the ball into the hands to Moore. Moore gives it out left wing perimeter. Keels. Passes to the top, Banchero. He dribbles. Drives. And gets called for an offensive foul. Pushes off on Toppin, who takes the charge. So Paulo Banchero picks up his second personal foul. Clock will stop with a minute 14. He is the top scorer for Duke tonight so far with 12 points. Approaching 1 minute left to go before halftime in a highly competitive, anticipated matchup here at MSG. Poor decision right there, trying to bounce pass it, and that will be a Kentucky turnover. Trying to either go for a handoff, and instead miscommunication. Went for a bounce pass. Little miscommunication between Wheeler and Washington. One minute left to go. It was a reach-in on Kentucky on that, so that's what they called. So turnover, reach-in foul on a bounce pass that they make the first free throw at the line for Duke. Trevor Keels, 5-star top 25 recruit, up to 8 points. Second free throw gets it. He's up to 9. Under 1 minute left to go before halftime. Wheeler moves it outside to Grady. Grady turns the corner, floats up a runner. Off the front there, misses, rebound to Baker. 45 seconds left to go. Kick out to the corner. Baker, 3. Off the side of the rim. Offensive rebound picked up. Baker. And a crowd of blue jerseys contacted and fouled. And once again, Duke will head to the charity stripe with 38.7 seconds. The foul problems keep on adding up tonight for Kentucky. That is now 13 as a team. And Duke at the free throw line is 10 for 15. Joey Baker, first free throw is good. Second shot coming up by Baker at the line, and that is good. So, Duke able to extend their lead to 7, despite not making a field goal from the floor in over the last 2.5 minutes. And they've only made 1 3 tonight. Kentucky's made 5, which has helped them keep on hanging in this game. 35 seconds left to go. Kentucky attacking, blocked from behind, out of bounds. Major rejection. That is by the transfer from Marquette, Theo John, as he denies Severe Wheeler with his layup attempt with the left hand. 30 seconds left to go. Kentucky will get the inbound underneath. They give it out to the left baseline. Wheeler dribbles up. Now back around the perimeter. Bounce pass. It's Toppin. Swings across court. Nice fire. Grady. Fade away. Got it to go. That's good. The two former A-10 players working together. What a pass by Jacob Toppin. And Grady, could you even see the rim right there? Fade away at the right corner to his right. And he delivers. 4 seconds remaining. Huge block underneath. Or a 4-point game with 5.9. Big denial by Lance Ware as the ball goes out of bounds. He stuffs Jeremy Roach off the bottom part of the backboard. Ware went out of bounds with it because his forward momentum got him into the baseline. So 5.9 seconds remaining. What a block there. Inbound for Duke underneath their hoop. They give it out to the left wing. Bonchero, jab step 3. He takes it. And no good, it grazed the front rim. 3/4 court shot, air ball. And we close up the first half. 39 Duke, 35 Kentucky in a highly anticipated, big-time impact type of first half that was super-duper competitive with these two teams so far. Two different styles used to hang into this game. That was impressive. Duke getting shots at the free throw line. Kentucky is in some foul trouble, especially with Oscar Tshiebwe. Tshiebwe did not play a good chunk of that second portion to the first half. And Tshiebwe was huge for them on the glass. He had 8 rebounds, 7 of those offensive through like the first 10 minutes or so of that first half. And then they're just hanging in there through the threes. They made 6 threes for Kentucky. So they're having a lot of trouble drawing fouls in this game, but the perimeter's really working for them. And it's via the transfer. Who they got via transfer here? Kellen Grady, 3 for 4 from the outside. Severe Wheeler, 2 for 2. A 3-point shot made by Davion Mintz. And Duke has only made 1 3. That's by Trevor Keels. But heading to the free throw line, they're 71%, 12 for 17 at the free throw line. Kentucky plus 4 in the glass, 25-21 entering half. Not a whole lot of turnovers. 6 by Kentucky and 5 by Duke. It's not like the last game that I got to cover because Michigan State turned it over a bunch in that last game. Yeah, despite being 32% shooting from the floor for Kentucky, that they're in it. It's impressive. Yeah, he does. He's a really good passer for Severe Wheeler, and he can hit shots. That's the difference between him and Higgins, is that he looked really good knocking down shots in that first half. Light Skin Kobe, welcome to the stream here. Glad to have you guys in the channel. We got 70 plus people watching. If you guys are new, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Thanks so much for joining in tonight. A lot of games going down. We'll keep you guys posted. Let's see here. Alabama looking great in their season opener, 71-52 over Louisiana Tech in the final 8 minutes. Gonzaga by 20 over Dixie State, 75-55. Texas over Houston Baptist. That's another team with a ton of transfers, 61-32. Virginia, we'll keep you guys posted here because Virginia's trailing versus Navy, 57-55 with about 4:30 left to go. So that's a tough one for Virginia there. Is that Navy has pushed Virginia to the late 50s with still 4.5 minutes remaining. And this is a Virginia team that historically struggles offensively to put up points. Louisville finally pulling away against Southern, 56-43. The Cards are up by 13. USC leading by 40, 89-49 against Cal State University Northridge. BYU only up by 2 against Cleveland State. Milwaukee won their season opener today. over North Dakota. Milwaukee has Pat Baldwin Jr., top 10 recruit, playing for his father. That was a big shock. But he had all the power conferences, but played for his father. He scored 21 points tonight, a team high, along with 10 rebounds. That's going to be a fun conference to look forward to for this season, the Horizon League. Antoine Davis, Pat Baldwin Jr., and then I think the Bradley Braves are getting crushed by a team from the Horizon currently. Let's see who that is. I think that whoever they send, though, to the tournament could do some damage from that conference. Or no, that's from Summit that they're playing against. So that's from the Summit League, South Dakota State, that they're playing. Oh, okay, it's Cleveland State who is hanging in there with BYU. Ty, welcome back to the stream. Yikes, 7'3" guy from Missouri cannot grab a board. Yikes. Stanford's losing against Tarleton State 23-22. Yeah, I called this one at the beginning of the stream. I was like, yeah, I think Washington's going to lose tonight. Yeah, right now it's happening. 33-17, Northern Illinois up against Washington. Gee. That program hasn't been good for a while. They went to the tournament, I think, 2 years ago. It was when Matisse Thybulle in his final season, they went to the tournament. But the last 2 seasons, they've been pretty bad for Washington. That's not good. They're getting blown out against Northern Illinois. The MAC's putting on a really strong showing today for the MAC. Akron almost won against Ohio State. Miami, Ohio knocked off Georgia Tech. Yeah, Central Michigan played Missouri tough today. So a lot of good things from the MAC in the first night of college basketball. What's good? Vaughn's back in right now as we're just at halftime. Just seeing if there's any scores that's like out of the ordinary for games from today. I know you do, Vaughn, for the Clemson coach. Oh, Colorado State leading Oral Roberts 75-57. Colorado State's going to be a team to monitor. I think they've returned their entire roster. They didn't have a single loss in the offseason for Colorado State. The Mountain West is going to be another one of those divisions to pay attention to. Max Ace missed 20 points. Yeah, he's basically going to carry Oral Roberts. They don't have Kevin O'Banner anymore. He transferred to Texas Tech. But Ohio State's one of these teams on your radar type of team. They got somebody who scored 29 for them. John Tonji, looks like his name is, scored 29 for Colorado State. That should be a good Mountain West, though. Colorado State. I predicted San Diego State over them. And then Colorado State and Nevada. Also, I think they retain a bunch of their players. Yeah, Ohio State was, like, hyped up way too much. I saw that there was, like, a big gap with their backcourt losing Dwayne Washington Jr. I think they got a point guard from Penn State who transferred, but I don't think he's like a go-to scorer. I think they have a transfer from a mid-major school that was putting up some big numbers, but now playing at the Big Ten level, it's going to get tougher. I think he was from, like, Louisiana Lafayette they got a transfer from. Yeah, not a good day for Stanford, Washington. Washington down by 14, Stanford trailing to Tarleton State. Not a good day for the Pac-12 in general. With the first team that lost today to a mid-major school. Yeah, that's not good right there. I saw a couple of the analysts for like top 45 predictions, and a couple of them put Washington State in their top 45 predictions, so I didn't have them anywhere. So I'm interested to see how that folds out this season. They haven't gone to the tournament in a long time. This has been a really good game so far. Kentucky with their shooting has kept them right in this game. Yikes. Northern Iowa lost against Nichols. I remember when Northern Iowa was good, like they made the NCAA tournament for a bunch of seasons in a row. Yeah, UCLA, Cal Bakersfield, man, that game, yeah, 11 o'clock tip-off. I saw I think it's like a Maui Invitational game. I think it's Michigan against UNLV. And the tip-off time's at 12:30 in the morning. Chicago State actually won a game today. They beat a non-D1 school, though, 77-72 against St. Thomas, Minnesota. I actually didn't hear about that with the Florida firing. Yikes. Princeton beat Rutgers Camden, a non-D1 school. The final score is 94-28. That's where they just need to make things even and do D1 against D1. Because there's just such a huge jump between D1 and D3. Like, those poor kids from D3 that had to go through that today. Like, what's even, like, the reason to do that? That's why they have preseason scrimmages to do those types of games for D1 versus D3 or D2. Like, the season starts today. You get an opponent that's D1 and play them. Like, yeah, the college that I went to, they lost 2 seasons ago. They lost to New Hampshire 93-20. I think it was 93-28. They lost against New Hampshire 2 seasons ago. And I went to a D3 school. Like, what's even the point of, like, that? Like, they put it on the resume, and then they mark it down as a non-D1 win. And then it just hurts your resume if you're a D1 school. Like a power conference school, and you do that, even like Kansas State last year. It just hurts your resume. It's an automatic elimination from the NCAA tournament if that happens. Ladarius, thanks so much for joining the stream. Really appreciate it, man. Navy about to beat Virginia. Let's see here. Yup, 64-58 with 15 seconds left. Huh. The Patriot League rolling through Navy. Virginia only mustered to score 23 points in the second half. Yeah, scoring's going to be an issue with this team for Virginia. They're lucky they picked up Jaden Gardner from East Carolina. He's got 18 of the points. He's got 19 rebounds for Virginia. Kihei Clark's had heavy usage in this game. It's only 2 players scoring double digits between Jaden Gardner, a transfer from ECU, and Kihei Clark, but that's it. Yeah, it's a lot of new names for Virginia. They lost so much. I think they lost like 7 players in the offseason for Virginia. I was shocked to even see they were in the top 25. I put them below, way below. I think I had them around like 35 in my preseason poll. Even that, I was wondering, like, would it be enough? Because I'm looking at the roster, I'm like, I'm not sure. If you have faith in the coach, that's probably why I had them up that far. As we start off, or even in the top 45, that is good off the roll down. Kentucky to start things off with a bucket. Duke at the right wing, Wendell Moore Jr. gives it out right baseline. Powering his way underneath. Bonchero to the bucket, lays it up and in. That's good. Tough take as he finished over Keon Brooks Jr. Bonchero, the top scorer with 14 for Duke. Lob over the top, gets position, and that is up and through. Oscar Tshiebwe back into the game, playing strong. Tshiebwe now up to 8 points along with 8 rebounds. He's played 13 minutes of court time, got into early foul trouble. Missed the corner 3 by Duke. Pushing tempo now, driving, attacking, dump off, looking for Tshiebwe, deflected, and Duke will have the ball. It's Keels who picked up the steal. Keels going to the hoop here, and there's contact underneath. It's going to be offensive. Wow, Louisville plays Navy coming up on Monday. That Navy team right there, I believe they were picked first in the Patriot. I don't know what they have for their roster, but it seems like basically everybody's come back, if I had to predict. Here's a 3 straight away for Kentucky. That is good. And they take the lead at the top of the key triple. Keon Brooks Jr. lets it rain. That is 3-point shot make number 7 for Kentucky. 7 for 12 from outside. Duke just 1 for 10. At the left wing perimeter, Duke has the ball. It is Keels. Keels off the Williams pick. Dribbles up. Williams rolls down. Keels floats up the shot. Bounces off the back rim. Twice goes in. And Duke takes the lead back. Back and forth with 18 minutes left to go. Slide it over to the left wing, Washington. Washington gets past his defender. Puts up a jumper to left elbow. That is good. By Ty Washington. Back and forth, back and forth. Booty Goon in the stream. Welcome in. What a game. Driving. Huge slam dunk at the right baseline. Driving to the hoop. That is Wendell Moore Jr. for Duke. Moore now in double figures. Efficient. 5 for 6, 10 points. Kentucky with the ball. They will attack right down the lane, and that will be a goaltend. Charge to Williams. It's a layup for Severe Wheeler. Wheeler, top scorer for 14 for Big Blue. Man, we got a ball game right now. 17 minutes approaching. Remaining in the second half. Back and forth baskets. Trading leads. Kentucky has their largest lead by 1. Right now with a missed 3 by Kentucky on their end, or by Duke on their own end. It's going to be Kentucky who drives. Euro step, missed the layup off the backboard by Washington. Pass up ahead, and that is good for the layup by Duke. Number 1 for the Blue Devils. That is Trevor Keels. 5-star freshman as Duke goes back up on top. I took Kentucky by 3 tonight. 72-69 was my prediction. Missed jumper, no good, but a putback underneath. Keon Brooks Jr. able to soar up and throw it down with a two-handed jam. What a matchup between these two teams. Duke with the basketball, top of the key. Roach gives it out. Now it's at the left corner perimeter. Number 21, A.J. Griffin, 5-star freshman from White Plains, New York, into the game. Right now, they missed the layup by Keels. Tipped underneath. Offensive rebound picked up by Shibwe. And a foul. It's going to be charged to John. Reaching in off the rebound as the clock will stop. Navy beating Virginia. What a start to the season for Navy, and bye-bye one team next week for the top 25. I like to see where they can take it from here for Navy. 16 minutes left to play here. Kentucky has it. Wheeler driving. Lost the handle. Low dribble on the ground. Diving forward. Couldn't get it back. Stolen away in the corner. Is picked up by Keels with a steal. Pass half court. Driving. Gets the layup. That is good. Jeremy Roach to the basket attacking. Lead change once again. This is how the entire second half has been. At the right wing, launching a 3. That's an air ball by Washington. He forced one up and he couldn't get back on defense. Outlet pass ahead. That's a layup. Good for Duke. Trevor Keels behind the defense and scores. Timeout taken by Coach Cal. 51-48, 15-27 left to go in the second half. The difference there. Missed 3, poor shot selection. And it leads to Kentucky not getting back defensively behind the defense. Keels with a layup. Alright, so if you guys are new in the stream, hit that thumbs up, spike that like, hit that subscribe. And ring that notification bell if you'd like to be notified here for future live streams. Alright, so I'm going to dig into the schedule right now for Navy. And I'm going to see who they got coming up, who they even returned. Because now making a mark like this is a team, after one game, you have to monitor. I'm not sure what they're going to do this season, if they're going to be like last season in San Francisco, if they play one game like that, and then they just trail off for the remaining part of the year, or what. But, yeah, they had 3 players tonight or they had 3 players last season score in double figures. So Cam Davis, John Carter Jr., and Greg Summers. These are the 3 top scorers from last season. I'm going to see Davis, Carter Jr., and Summers. I'm going to see if these players are still on the team. Or what? Yeah, Carter Jr. was the top scorer. So they have 2 out of the 3 back that were top scorers for Navy. Okay, so they got 2 more ACC teams coming up. They're versus Virginia Tech on Friday. Just to clarify, that's a home game. Wow, you usually don't see that. Gee, this is not good to see for Duke. Okay, so we just saw Paulo Banchero go underneath the tunnel. I think when he powered his way to a basket coming down, yeah, he was in pain when he came down on his foot for Banchero. They were rolling out. It looks like his left thigh. They were trying to roll out. That's a crusher right there, because he was looking so strong in this game. Okay, so Navy is hosting Virginia Tech on Friday, and then they're at Louisville on Monday. And then the schedule just gets easier from there. That's the power conference teams. They got, after that, Radford Furman. They got a non-D1 school, Washington College, Maryland, Mount St. Mary's, who lost by 40 against Villanova. And back from the timeout, we have a turnover. Mintz will check out of the game. It was on Kentucky. Keon Brooks turned it over. 15-18 left to go in the second, and that was quick. We just took a timeout, and we're going to head to another timeout. What's good, Debbie? Welcome on the stream. So that's it after next week. Navy doesn't play any more power conference teams, so this is the week to really show what they got. But either way, I think they're going to have to win. Yeah, they're going to have to win the entire conference tournament to get there. There's no way that you can lose in the Patriot League championship game and still get to the tournament if you win against Virginia Tech and Louisville as well. There's no way. Ooh. Navy top 50. I probably go top 100. I think it's more Virginia. Not like I think Virginia's another one of those like slow starts to the season that they have. They had this last year too, the typical Virginia start that they did. I think Virginia lost a lot. I wasn't too high on them. Colorado is losing at halftime against Montana State, 38-35. I was interested in even seeing Colorado receiving votes in that top 25 poll in the preseason. They went to the NCAA tournament. They received 4 votes, so they received more votes than Louisville. But they had lost their top player, point guard McKinley Wright the fourth. So I think it's going to be more of like a rebuilding type of season there at Colorado. The Pac-12 struggling tonight. Stanford's in a tie game against Tarleton State. Washington's trailing by 9 against Northern Illinois at halftime. Though Arizona should be in a bounce-back season. They're up against Northern Arizona 31-17. I think they're going to have enough to make it back to the tournament this year for Arizona. That team's, majority of that team's, I think, around sophomores that they have. And then, let's see, we have Oregon State, who made it to the Elite Eight. That was a crazy run. Oregon State trailing against Portland State 24-22. Like, it's crazy that you can, like, lose games against these teams and make a gigantic run and win your conference tournament like Oregon State did. Because last year they lost against Portland. We're back to action. John, bounce pass. Oh, nice feed underneath down to the trail. And the layup is good. That is A.J. Griffin, 5-star freshman from White Plains, New York. He gets the bucket. Griffin with his first collegiate basket. Under 15 minutes left to go. Kentucky with a possession. They swing it out to the top. 3-point shot straight away. Missed off the front rim by Brooks. And defensive rebound picked up by Duke by Moore, who takes the jumper. Free throw circle missed it, tipped out of bounds, and it will stay Duke ball. And yeah, this is not good for Duke. The injury bug just keeps on piling up because Wendell Moore Jr. has to take a seat on the ground right now, and he's stretching himself out at the bench currently. Jumper to left baseline, missed off the mark by a Roach, and Kentucky will come up with a defensive board. They can shoot threes in a hurry, too. For Kentucky, we do have a foul. It's on transition. It's going to be assessed to Duke. And Kentucky has yet to pick up a foul so far in the second half. I think that's Duke's second. Ooh. Keels. Yeah, Keels was off of the drive by Mintz. Mintz got away with one there. Rising for the jumper. Missed off the back rim. Washington offensive rebound off the glass, and inside it's going to be an over-the-back call picked up on Kentucky. It's on Shibwe, and now they got to watch out for Shibwe because he just picked up his third. I got Kentucky in this one by 3. Lance Ware will check into the game now for Kentucky. Oscar Shibwe heads to the bench with 3 personal fouls. Duke comes out with an inbound as we approach 14 minutes left to play. Keels, Roach, John, Baker, and Griffin. That's the 5 in the court for Duke. Keels attacking down the lane, puts it up and scores. That is a tough one through the contact. Trevor Keels making a big impact season opener with 17 points. 5-star top 25 recruit. This is an 8-zip run by Duke. So Banchero came in as the biggest name. Frito no good. Tipped off the glass, and another whistle blows. And that will be on Duke. Charged to Griffin for his first personal foul. So Banchero was the big name, and then A.J. Griffin coming in was another 5-star. And then Keels was the third 5-star. And Keels has just been impressive tonight. 7 for 12 from the floor. Mintz moves it out top of the key. Ware dribbles towards his right, hands it off to Washington. Takes the jumper, rises up 15-footer. And he gets contacted. It seems like every single possession lately, there's been a clock stoppage. 13:42 left to go in the second. Ty Washington having a struggling performance, just 2 for 12 shooting, 5 points. Will shoot 2 at the line for Kentucky. First one good by Washington. Yeah, SEC making an impact tonight. I saw LSU score. They blew out their opponent today. Second one good. 5-point game. Duke with the ball. It is Keels who rises up. 18-footer handed a face and he delivers. 57-50. 13-20 left to go. 19 on the board for Keels. A runner. Off the mark. Missed by Washington. Just 2 for 13 by Ty. Duke comes up with a rebound up by 7. Keels takes a pass half court. Keels dribbles. Oh, nice dump off underneath behind the defense. It's Theo John. Trevor Keels sees it off the roll down. Squares up to take a jumper. Feeds it down low off the roll down to John. Throws it down with a two-handed jam. Timeout taken by Coach Cal. Nobody there to defend Theo John underneath. They went for a double team. That's why Lance Ware wasn't in the post. It was Washington who was on Keels, and Ware just instead goes for the double team. They gamble. I don't believe so for Vanderbilt. Yeah, that's where the SEC streak stops. Oh, they got one. Their first game's tomorrow against Alabama State for Vandy. Really good win there for Ladarius for Alabama. I know Dave in the chat was pumped up about that. Have a good amount of Roll Tide fans in here from past streams too. Hey, best of luck there to Brandon. That's awesome, man. Hopefully you'll be able to make the team. 13 minutes left to go in the second as they break timeout. Oh, yeah, definitely there, Vaughn. I bet they'd love to have them, too. 13 minutes left to play. Kentucky with the ball. Wheeler gives out to the top to Toppin. Toppin puts into the hands to Washington. 15 on the shot clock. Washington slides it outside. A three-point shot in the air. Missed off the back rim. They're starting to force up shots. Missed by Wheeler. Duke has it. Crossover around the perimeter. This is Roach. Roach dribbles. Dumps it out underneath John off of a double team. John puts it up and that is good. Lance Ware just keeps on getting beat underneath the hoop. 61-50, largest lead currently now for Duke. Underneath Ware. Gets some separation, blows past his defender and scores. Keels takes up the court. Keels swings it out to the right wing, Roach. 12 minutes left to go. Out to the top to Keels. Keels having a great game. He attacks right down the lane with the right hand. Too high off the glass, but got contacted down on the ground and fouled. And 2 shots heading up to the line for Duke by Trevor Keels. Have a night. 61-52, media timeout on the floor. He is 1 of 3 Blue Devil scores in double figures. Keels with 19 points, 8 for 13 shooting. Paulo Banchero's got 14. And then Wendell Moore Jr. has got 10 points as we'll take the timeout. If you're new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, ring that notification bell if you like to be notified here. Future live streams I do cover on the channel. Right now for Final Four, I'm gonna go Gonzaga, UCLA, Kansas, and then the 4th team right now that's up for grabs. I probably have between Texas or Michigan for that 4th team. Of course, this is fluid. Of course, throughout the season, it's going to change. UCLA playing in a late game tonight. Actually, UCLA just tipped off against Cal State Bakersfield. That game's a couple minutes in. 13-9 UCLA. As this night's winding down, upset of the night going on right now. Colorado's down by 13 against Montana State. I don't know why in the world Colorado received ranks. I don't know if people for the ranking poll thought that it was Colorado State that was supposed to be the good team this year because they retained their entire roster, but Colorado lost their point guard McKinley Wright IV, and they're losing against Montana State at home. And Washington's losing against Northern Illinois at home by 11. And Oregon State's losing against Portland State at home by 4. The Pac-12 and Cal already lost today. The Pac-12 is already putting it together. Just a rough start. So they're not picking off where they left off in the NCAA tournament. What's good, Gabriel? Welcome to the stream. So one score in double figures for Kentucky. That's Severe Wheeler, transfer from Georgia. He's got 14 points. They made 7 threes in this game. In the second half, though, they've kind of been silent lately with that in the second half. Yeah, they've just made 1 3 in the second half. They made 6 threes in the first half. Well, UCLA definitely has a chance to redeem the conference throughout the season along with Oregon. As we're back into action, Duke just scored a bucket. They put themselves up by 11. Driving. Getting called for a push-off, and a Wheeler commits the offensive foul. Cade, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you back on the channel. 11:41 left to go in the second. Duke has possession by 11. Tied for their largest lead. Baker moves out to the top of the key. Bonchero is back into the game. Some big news right there for Duke. They attack and lay it up and in. Strong basket. That is Jeremy Roach with a layup underneath. Largest lead by 13, approaching 11 minutes left to go. They got to hit some shots here for Kentucky. And they are going away from the rim. Mid-range jumper missed off the front rim. 18-4 run by Duke. And a reach and committed on the court. Or it's going to be a push-off on the court committed by Duke. Okay, so offensive foul committed by Duke. Charged to Roach. This was a great game until now where they just can't score. They're going way away from the basket. And they were lights out starting this game from the outside. All around the perimeter, Kellen Grady back in the game. That's big there for Kentucky if they can get him to go. Driving, that's good. Up and in off the glass. Keon Brooks Jr. attacks. See what happens when you attack? Good things happen just like that. Missed shot underneath by Duke. Kentucky with the ball. Catch and fire three from the right corner. Rolls around the rim and missed. Had a great look by Mintz, but couldn't convert on it. Duke with the rebound, slowing it down. Taken past half court by Roach, the ball handler. Roach at the top of the key. Bounce pass free throw circle into the hands of Banchero. Banchero jab step. Jumper. Got it. Too easy right there. Man, that shot so smooth by Paolo Banchero. He's up to 16, and he had missed a good chunk of playing time in the second half going underneath the tunnel. Wheeler dribbles back out to the perimeter. They give it over to the right elbow. Takes the jumper. Brooks. Off the back rim, no good. Defensive rebound picked up by Banchero. 9.5 remaining. Duke by 13, and with the ball, they slow down tempo. Roach. At the top, he is defended by Wheeler. Bounce pass free throw circle, Banchero. He dribbles, backs his way. Turnaround jumper, left elbow. Got another one off the turnaround. This dude looks like he's NBA legit right here. Might be the number 1 draft pick. Paolo Banchero going off. 18 points. 6 for 9 from the floor. Tough contested shots, 2 in 23 minutes. Picked up around the perimeter. Floating up a runner. That's good by Mintz. What's good, Charleston and Nita on the stream? Welcome in. Thanks so much, Debbie. Appreciate it for finding my channel. Under 9 minutes left to go. The 2 5-stars been extremely impressive tonight for Duke. Between Banchero and also Keels. It's Kentucky off the steal. Got to get it, lay it up and in. Yeah, looks like Banchero is still fighting his way through pain right now, as he goes right to an athletic trainer. Timeout taken on the floor, 8:25 remaining in the first, but we saw him a couple minutes into the game. Jab step, jumper, free throw circle over Brooks, knocked it down. He knocked down a turnaround, too, at the left elbow over Keon Brooks Jr. That is just so tough right there. For Paolo Banchero, what he is doing, it is impressive. Man, He's looking like KD 2.0 out there in the court. Like, he's taking shots that's so difficult in making in his first ever collegiate game. It's so impressive. Hey, thanks so much, Jason. Appreciate it, man, for stopping on by. And you have a great week as well, my man. 8:25 left to go. Duke took a timeout for Banchero. Yeah, so that was an impressive victory today by Alabama over Louisiana Tech. They got one of the tougher opponents for a non-conference mid-major, and they blew them out. 93-64. Alabama putting up 48 in the first half, 45 in the second half. And Louisiana Tech went all the way to the NIT Final Four last year. They finished with a record of 24-8. So Louisiana Tech is no pushover type of team. Let's see here. Sun Belt. Probably take a team like Coastal Carolina if I had to predict. I don't know much about the Sun Belt. He's been extremely good for Banchero. He might be the number 1 overall pick in 2022. It's impressive. Welcome in Ruger Dime on the stream. I just saw that one on the TV. There's a game scheduled for 11:30 p.m. I think it's on Friday night. It's Villanova versus UCLA. That's more of an unfair match to Villanova because that's an 8:30 p.m. start time, UCLA's time. And that is 11:30 p.m. on the East Coast. Back to action, 8:20 left to go in the second. Duke up by 11, and they have the basketball. Top of the key, Keels. Keels attacks off the dribble drive inside. He is double-teamed. Gives it back out around the perimeter to Wendell Moore Jr. Moore drives down the lane, puts one up, and no good. Defensive rebound picked up by Shibwe. That's rebound number 12 by Oscar Shibwe. At the left elbow, Wheeler swings it over to the right wing. On the ground, dribbles up, takes the jumper. Not a good look by Mintz. Got knocked down. No call. Out of the play. They still have the ball. Kentucky will slow it down. 7:45 left to play. 12 on the shot clock. Top of the key, it's Wheeler. Wheeler drives down the lane with a left hand. Off the glass, no good. Offensive rebound. Shibwe, the putback, that is good. Severe Wheeler with his speed down the lane. He's got a little bit of shades of Davion Mitchell. Oscar Shibwe, double-double. 10 points, 13 rebounds. Bounce pass to the right wing perimeter. It's Moore. Moves over to Bonchero. Backs his way. Inside the key, out to the top of the key. Pump fake. John dribbles up. John inside. Off the mark. No good. Tough defense by Shibwe. Defensive rebound picked up by Kellen Grady of Kentucky. They're pushing it. They dump it off underneath Shibwe. Underneath the hoop, gives it out to the top, Grady. Slides it over to the left wing to Wheeler. Wheeler attacks, nice dump off right down underneath the hoop. That is Oscar Shibwe, throws it down with a two-handed jam. Now we get a ball game. Kentucky trails within 7. 6:45 left to go. 8-zip run by Big Blue Nation. What's good, Behind the Arc fan? Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you back at the channel, brother. Hope all went well during school today. What a game we have. If you guys are just joining in, Paulo Banchero looks really good. 18 points. And he's missed a little bit of time due to injury, but he's come back. He's now into the game once again. Trevor Keels has looked great too with 21 points. And the clock will stop here. 6:29 in the second. A collision underneath on the rebound. It's going to be called by Theo John of Duke commits the foul. That is foul number 6 by Duke in the second half. 6.5 left to go. Kentucky with 4 personal fouls. They are coming back and run themselves 8-zip run in the last 2.5 minutes. Wheeler with the ball at the top of the key. Gives it over to Shibwe. Shibwe dribbles, defended by Williams. Pass deflected. Ball on the ground. Shibwe gets it back. Shibwe underneath, powers his way to a basket. Count it and one. Oscar Shibwe going to the free throw line with 6:09 left to play. It's Mark Williams who picks up his 3rd personal foul. What a play. Relentless right there by Shibwe to get the ball right back. So that is foul number 7 by Duke. Kentucky now into the bonus, shooting one either way. The and one by Shibwe. Oh, this is a 10-0 run by Kentucky in a 3-minute span. That free throw is good. So, just when everything thought that it looked like it was out of it for Kentucky, they trailed as many by 15 at one point with under 10 minutes left remaining. They're now down by 4. Missed the jumper as it goes to the corner. Gets rebounded by the defense for Toppin. Here they go. Pass ahead to the corner. Catch and fire. Grady. Oh, he missed it off the back rim. That would have been a big one. The whole bench would have gone wild right in front of that 3. They're up right there. Shibwe, big game. 15 points, 15 boards. Driving. Wheeler attacking. Blocked by Williams. And Duke has the ball right back with 5.5 minutes remaining. Mark Williams with a huge block. denying the dribble drive attack by Wheeler. Duke slows it down. We have a foul to give here by Kentucky away from the basketball. That's their 5th personal foul. And Mark Williams has got 2 blocks. They have 4 as a team by Duke. Bounce pass. Underneath. Get that out of there. Major rejection by Shibwe. But Duke has the ball in the corner right back. Wendell Moore Jr. dumps it off. Bonchero backs his way at the right block. Moves it out to the corner. Pump fake 3 more. Off the rim, no good. Battle for the rebound. This is getting physical. Last touch by Kentucky out of bounds. 4:58 left to go. 2 timeouts remaining for Duke. 1 timeout remaining for Kentucky. What a physical game right now. If you guys are new in the stream, hit that thumbs up. Spike that like. Hit that subscribe. Inbounds. Coming up for Duke. Underneath their hoop, they give it out to the corner. It's Bonchero. He's working one-on-one on top and jab step around the perimeter. Moves it back out left wing perimeter. Keels. Drives. Pro hop. Down the lane. Puts it up. Tough bucket, and that's good. Trevor Keels up and through for 2. That stops the major scoring drought they had of over 3.5 minutes of not scoring. Trevor Keels, top scorer, freshman, with 23 points in the season opener. Blocked from behind again. Back-to-back blocks by Mark Williams of Duke as they attack. Ball poke loose. Knocked out of bounds by Grady. And it will stay Duke basketball. What a game. Inbound, Bonchero gets it, count it in 1. 4:26 left to play. Paulo Bonchero joined the 20-point club in the opener. 43 points combining for 2 of the 5-star freshmen of Duke. That's just a simple bounce pass from Moore underneath the hoop. A little cut made by Bonchero absorbs the contact committed by Toppin and coming up to shoot 1. 1 shot at the line, he's got it. 74-65, Duke by 9. Paulo Bonchero perfect, 7 for 7 at the charity stripe, 7 for 11 shooting from the floor, 21.7 rebounds, efficient. 15 for 21 at the free throw line by Duke. Mintz moves it out to the top. Deep range 3. Grady no good off the back rim. Offensive rebound ripped away by Shibwe. Another chance for Kentucky. Grady gives it out to the top. Mintz. A lot of dribbling around the perimeter. 4 minutes left to go. Kentucky trailing by 9 and with the ball. 10 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Wheeler. Dribble drive inside attack. Circles around the hoop. Wheeler still dribbling underneath. Wheeler. Dump off. Deflected. That's caught by Shibwe. Pro hop and the tie-up forced. Underneath the hoop, Duke, with their defense, forces a tie-up in this Duke basketball. This defense right here is something special by Duke, holding Kentucky to 37% shooting from the floor. For all the double-digit scores that they have on the team this season via transfer, Grady, Shibwe, Wheeler, Keon Brooks Jr., Davion Mintz, multiple double-digit scores that they have. And Duke's defense is just so impressive. They just swarm you. 74-65. Kentucky had a 2-minute, 20-second scoring drought as we enter timeout with 3:47 on the clock. If you're new on the stream, hit that thumbs up, spike that like, hit that subscribe. Thanks so much for joining everybody, being a part here tonight. Majority of my content I usually covers play-by-play basketball games, NBA games, college basketball games on the stream. Also, four of those links pinned to the chat or posted down in the description below. Check that out with a Discord, Twitter, merchandise, and memberships. The memberships link is pinned to the chat as low as $1.99 per month if anybody's interested. And becoming a channel member, you get a shout out at every single one of my live streams. And also check out the Behind It Basketball merchandise site. That link is posted to the chat right now is able to post that in for you guys. Man, what a game. Top performers tonight. Trevor Keels, 23 points, 9 for 15 shooting. Paulo Banchero, 21 points, 7 for 11 shooting, perfect, 7 for 7 at the free throw line with 7 rebounds. 10 points by Wendell Moore. And then for Kentucky, top scorer Oscar Tshiebwe has got 15 points, 16 rebounds by Tshiebwe. 14 points by Sahvir Wheeler, along with 10 assists. So transfers coming in, making an impact for Kentucky. What a game. This is game number 1 for Duke. With Keels and Banchero going off like this, I can only imagine what's going to happen in March. And then the transfers too for Kentucky. Like once they start playing more together, I think both of these two teams are destined for a deep run in the tournament. It's been fantastic. It's been a game of runs. The largest lead has been by 15. Duke led with under 9.5 minutes remaining. They were up 69-54. And there was a point that Kentucky cut the Duke lead within 4 around the 5-minute mark. So we get back to action. 3:40 left to play. Last time Duke beat Kentucky was... that was back in 2015 in the Champions Classic. Trevor Keels underneath the hoop scores again. 25 points for Keels. 3 minutes left to play. Top of the key, Wheeler. Gives it out. Ty Washington over to the free throw circle. Pump fake. Tshiebwe gives it back outside. This time Washington takes a jumper to right elbow. Hits the front rim and it sails to the back and goes in. Lucky bounce right there. That's a big time one for Kentucky by Ty. A little confidence booster into the next game for him because he struggled tonight, just 3 for 14 shooting. 2:40 left to go. Duke has it, holding it with Moore, trying to chunk down time. Bounce pass to left elbow. Handoff, jumper. That's no good off the back rim, missed by Keels, picked up on the rebound in the corner by Tshiebwe. Oscar Tshiebwe, rebound number 17. Lost the handle by Wheeler, though a reach and fall picked up. Oh, it's going to be on Wheeler. And Duke's in the bonus. So he lost the handle. They tried to get it back. And then he picked up a reach and fall. I predicted Kentucky just narrowly over Alabama. So I had Kentucky, Alabama, and then Arkansas for my top 3. In the SEC. Paulo Banchero back to the free throw line. Perfect, 7 for 7 tonight. First one in the bonus is good. Thanks so much, Antonius. Really appreciate it. Yeah, so last time Kentucky beat Duke was in 2015 in the Champions Classic, and then before this, Duke had won against Kentucky with Zion Williamson back in 2018. Second shot missed at the line. That's the first missed free throw in the night by Banchero. He's got 22 points, 8 for 9 at the charity stripe. At the free throw circle, Tshiebwe down the lane, missed it. That's a tough one, and he missed off the glass. Hustle play here, tie up on the court as there's a scrum with who's going to have this basketball, tie up possession arrow. will go to Kentucky. Minute 55 remaining. Kentucky about to get the inbound. Inbound passer will be Ty Washington. Moves it all the way back around the perimeter. Snags its Wheeler. Passes to the corner. They need something. They had to open for a moment. Toppin in the left corner. They dump it off underneath though, and that is a layup by Oscar Tshiebwe. Putting on a strong performance inside tonight. Quick early foul trouble. He's got 17 points he's up to, along with 17 rebounds. Minute 35 left to go. Duke keeps on attacking. Missed a layup off the side of the rim by Keels. Kentucky with a defensive board, number 18 of the night for total rebounds for Tshiebwe. Minute 25 left to go. Wheeler off of a double team. Gives it out top of the key. Washington towards his left and lucky to stay in balance with that ball. Minute 15 left to go. Washington, spin move. Gives it to the free throw circle. Deep 2 jumper, no good. By Tshiebwe, offensive rebound number 19 of the game. Runner, floated up. That is good by Wheeler. 6-point game now. 1 minute left to play. Both teams in the bonus. 2 timeouts by Duke. 1 timeout by Kentucky. Kentucky will see if they can force a turnover. 50 seconds left to go. Duke slowing it down. Duke has it with Moore. Moore attacks down the lane, puts it up and scores. What a bucket right there by Wendell Moore Jr. That could be the one that does it. They give it out to the corner. 3-point shot desperation off the back rim, missed by Grady, and defensive rebound picked up by Kentucky. And by Duke here with a defensive rebound, and Kentucky won't fall. They're going to pick up the steal though. 25 seconds left to go. Kentucky needs a prayer. Attacking down the lane, dump off, deflected, stolen away by Mark Williams of Duke. And Kentucky won't fall, and that's going to be the ball game. Impressive by the 2 5-stars of Duke tonight. Combining for 47 out of the 79. Trevor Keels in the season opener. 22 points, 10 for 18 shooting from the floor. And then Paolo Banchero, he missed quite a bit of time in the early stages of the second half, but he comes back. 22 points total. Made a ton of difficult shots all throughout the night. Legit looks like he could be one of the top NBA draft picks for the 2022 draft. And has himself a ball game, scoring 22 points. 7 for 11, hitting 8 free throws on the 9 attempts at the charity stripe. What a game between these two teams. Thanks so much, everybody, for being a part here in the stream. Before I do sign off, hit that thumbs up, spike that like, hit that subscribe. Ring that notification bell as well. If you'd like to be notified here for future live streams, I do cover. Majority of my content I usually covers play-by-play basketball games, college hoops, NBA. What a game here. I'm glad to have you guys be a part tonight. I covered a doubleheader for the Champions Classic, and tomorrow night I plan on being back for the NBA. I think it's going to be Pistons against Rockets tomorrow for the national game. I might cover another one, possibly Lakers against Heat, so stay tuned. Make sure to ring that notification bell. But thanks so much, everybody, for being a part on the channel tonight. Before I do wrap up, we're going to sign off. If anybody would like to become a channel member, it's as low as $1.99 per month to do so. It gets you shout-outs at the end of each and every single one of my live streams that I do cover. And all the channel members get a shout-out right now, as we have Jason Aaron, Cindy, Man and Hades, Rajeep, Olded Deuce, Russell, D-Block, CW2K, BP Greg, James, Magic, Oreo Pudding, Reezer, Bino, Mark Kelly, Mike Rashad, John, Jessica Barco, Stephanie, Ahino Joseph, Elkian Gia for 90, Marish, Christian, Keith, Woody, Warren, Rodolfo, Kit Lorenz, Pamela, Oscar Isaiah, I Am Ghost, a member from Taiwan, Don, Mr. Mundre, Alden, Abdurrahman, and Patrick. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining in tonight. What a season opener. Duke pulls out the W over Kentucky, 79-71. Trevor Keels, 25 points. Paolo Banchero, 22. Wendell Moore Jr. finished with 12 points. Oscar Tshiebwe, massive game for Kentucky. He finished with 17 points, 19 boards, and 16 points, and 10 assists by Severe Wheeler. Thanks so much, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your Tuesday night.